Okay, this is going to be a student-led Veterans Day event, and we'll start with you.
My name is Paige Atkinson. I'm from Strother High School. I attend the Health Careers. Thank you for attending the Veterans Assembly and welcome. I will now like to call up Kaden LeBlanc to do the invocation.
My name is Kaden LeBlanc. I'm from Strother, and I do automotive. Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for bringing us together. I thank you for having our speaker today. I thank you for supporting all the great men and women who have fought for our country. I pray that you give them all the glory. I pray that we all have a good day today, and all of them make it home safe. Amen. I'll now introduce Bo.
My name is Bo Schoberg. I'm part of the automotive class. I graduated from Strother High School a year ago, and I will be doing the, I believe, flag salute. Everybody, if you would stand, please. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next up, I will be introducing Friday.
I'm Ryan. I am from the Dino Careers. I do online school, and I will be singing the national anthem.
morning. Good morning. I should turn my phone down. I don't want anything going off while I'm here. Good morning to you, and I want to thank Ms. Fickner and her staff for allowing me to have a few moments of your time this morning to honor veterans. The veterans that some of us know, some of us may not know. But rather than hash out what a veteran is, and perhaps the question to ask who is a veteran, I want to put a face on who a veteran is. By putting a face on a veteran, how many of us know a veteran? Okay, it's just about everybody in here know a veteran. So knows who a veteran is. Are they related? Are they family members? Whatever they are, you do know someone who has made that sacrifice of serving in the United States military. Now, it's not only a sacrifice, but it's also a privilege to serve in the United States military. For 23 years, I served as a naval officer in the United States military. And I enjoyed it. There were good times, there were bad times. Like any other event, there were times that were up, there were times I was down. But nevertheless, it was some of the best years of my life. And it puts a face on it. So just think about it. 15.8 million veterans right here in the United States. And that only makes up like 6% of the adult population. Small amount, right? You talk about the few and the proud. Very few people are veterans, and that number is dwindling. According to statistics, fewer and fewer people are going into the military. Fewer and fewer people are answering that call to the military, perhaps because we're kind of at peacetime or whatever the situation may be. But fewer and fewer people are going into the military. So that number is getting smaller. Next year it'll be even more smaller. Some of our older vets, the World War II vets, which I had an uncle who passed recently, he's a World War II vet. The Korean War vet. My dad's 95 years old. He's a Korean War veteran. I have brothers, Vietnam veterans, and of course the Bosnia and Kosovo, and of course Desert Shield and Storm veterans, which I am one of those. These veterans are getting smaller and smaller in our nation. So when you see one, when you hear a veteran, whether it's a World War II vet, if you're blessed enough to talk to one of them, spend some time with them. Listen to what they're talking about, and listen to what they're about. A significant portion of age, have aged now. They're 65 years and older, 75 years and older. So they're getting to be older people now. They're your grandpas, they're your grandmas, they're your aging aunts and uncles now. And many times you say they don't want to talk about their experiences, but believe you me, if you just sit and listen to them, you'll find you have some great conversations with these veterans. We have veterans who are school teachers. We have veterans who are preachers. We have veterans who do everything you see in life, and they're still doing extraordinary things. Our veterans are extraordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. And many are your parents, your grandparents, and some great-great-grandparents and uncles. But they made that selfless sacrifice. Not all veterans see war. Many of them do. But whenever you're away from home for years at a time, months at a time, weeks at a time, it's a sacrifice. And you don't think about those things when they're away from you, but they're away from the comforts of home, the comforts of you. But guess what? On every veteran that has ever spent time away from home, they always have you on their minds. One of the most precious things I would ever get was a letter from home. We didn't have email and all that stuff like we have now today. When I was on ships, the only thing my only connection with family was a letter. And usually it took the letter 2 months to get back to me, and my letter took 2 months to get back to them. And if we were lucky enough, we went to a port of call where I could make a phone call. And so I carried a lot of coins in my pockets many times to make these calls. And so, but the most precious thing I ever received was a letter that I got from home, talking about something that may have happened 2 months ago, but was something that was part of the privilege of seeing. But these patriots, and that's what I want you to refer to them as, because that's what we are. They're patriots. They're patriots of all sorts of race, creed, colors. Their love of country trumps barriers of race, creed, color, or culture. They're unique individuals who choose to be part of something bigger than themselves. Not just flag wavers, but people who support what our flag intends to convey. They're about these three words: duty, honor, and commitment. Who are these people? And if you put faces on them, like I said, they're people you see every day. They're people you pass by every day. They're people that you work with, or people that you eat at the dinner table with. They're people in your classrooms, perhaps. They're people that teach you. They're people that you see on a daily basis, never really talking about what they did or what they experienced, but these are the veterans that we talk about. These are the veterans that we look forward to seeing. And I was asked at one point in my life, when did I know I wanted to go in the military? When did I want to, what point did I decide I wanted to be a sailor, soldier, airman, or Marine? Like many of you, how many of you are seniors today? You know what you're going to do when you leave here? How many know exactly what they're going to do when they leave here? 2 hands, 3 hands, shaky hands. Like you, I had no idea what I was going to do when I was a civil. I had no idea what direction I was going. I had no idea what I was going to do. I played football, played sports, had scholarship offers, didn't know whether that's something I wanted to do, but I had no idea. So I went to all recruiters in the military. I went to the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. Went to all 4. Took the test for all of them just to see what would fit me best. What did I really want to do? Well, as it was, I wound up eventually going to college, went through the ROTC program, went through the Marine Corps and Navy program, and I eventually went into the military. But at that particular time, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And so someone asked once, well, what prepared you for the military? What kind of things prepared you? And I told them, and I learned a poem years ago, what prepared me for the military. Everything I needed to know, I learned in the kindergarten. Everything I needed to know, I learned in 1st grade. Everything I needed to know about being in the military, I learned in the 1st and 2nd and 3rd grade. And I want to read this poem to you, so bear with me for a minute. It says, I believe that imagination is stronger than knowledge, that myth more potent than history, that dreams are more powerful than facts, that hope always trumps over experience, that laughter is the only cure for grief, and I believe that love is stronger than death. So what are these things that I learned even in the kindergarten that prepared me for the military? I learned to share everything. Remember they say sharing is caring, right? I learned to share everything, which means it taught me teamwork. It taught me that I was not bigger than the team. The team is always going to be bigger than me. It taught me how to play fair. Fairness, justice. We should seek it. We should always crave it. We should always want it. We should always seek it. It taught me don't hit people. Respect for others. Control my anxieties. Control my aggression. It taught me to put things back where you found them. That means order and discipline. If it's open, if you opened it, close it. If you close it, open it. If you moved it, put it back. It taught me to clean up your own mess. Be accountable for your own actions. Don't blame everyone for what you have done and what they have done. You are still accountable for your actions. Don't take things that aren't yours. It taught me honesty. It taught me don't take things that aren't yours, but it also taught me say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. It taught me compassion. It taught me empathy. And empathy is simply compassion with feet on it. It taught me to wash your hands before you eat. Cleanliness. It taught me warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. It means that trust me on that the trust I have for others and the trust they have for me to enjoy the simple things in life. It taught me to live a balanced life. Learn some, drink some, and draw some. It taught me, and I'm still trying to work on this, and that afternoon naps are good. and I wish I could have a few more. Take time for yourself. It taught me when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic and hold hands with your buddies. Always have your buddies back and always be on your buddies' back. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed that you planted in someone's life will someday grow back, and you'll be able to reap the benefits from the fruit of it. It taught me some things that I was able to learn and put into the military. That the military in the United States is bigger than me. I'm one person that makes a team. It taught me duty, what it means to be a dutiful person. It's taught me mean to have honor. Taught me mean to have courage, what it means to have courage and commitment. Commit yourself to something bigger than you. That's what a veteran wants to see. What does a veteran really want to see when they come back to the world? They want to see the world that they left is better than the world when they come that they left. They want to see I put something back into this world that's going to be bigger than me. They want to see when they come back from across seas that I was gone and I fought for something worth fighting for. That's not in things, that's in people. They want to see the people that they left were better off because they left. They want to see the things that they fought for are things that were worth fighting for. That's the best thing you can give a veteran, is be the best patriot in America that you can be. That's what it's all about. When we leave this country, when we leave and fight for this country, or serve this country, we fight for Americans. We fight for patriots. We fight for you. And we let those times be the things that motivate us. Many veterans can't wait to get back to the world because they believe that the world that they left was worth leaving for, but it's also worth getting back to. One of the things we learned in the military was that your buddy is always going to be the person you're going to stand up for. You're going to have your buddy next to you, but we all have one thing in common, this flag. One thing we all have in common, we all wear it on our shoulders, we all wear it in different places, but we have one thing in common, our buddies and the flag that we fly, that we fight under. And so you are the reason why veterans come back. You're the reason why we're veterans. You're the reasons why we serve. You're the reason why we come back home. You're the reason that give us the courage to go, but also the courage to put it back. People are the reasons. And so we got to remember that veterans are more than just a one-day event. I appreciate it, but we're more than just a one-day event recognition. We thank you for the calendar day of the recognition, but a veteran is a veteran every day. And because they're veterans every day, we ought to recognize who they are and what they are every day. They may be as old as 96 years old, they may be as young as 26, but they're all the same. The term veteran is a brother and a sisterhood. Just like I told you earlier, 6% of the population, we don't have a whole lot of brothers and sisters, but it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood that we all cherish, we all care for. I want to share some things with you. Back here you see I have an AMVET Post 5, and I have a shadow box flag, and I have a handmade card. This handmade card, let's start with this. This handmade card, I don't know her last name. Her name was Yumi D. Cute little 6-year-old. I spoke to her class on Veterans Day some years ago. I'll never forget her face. She came up to me, and I'd have to be in uniform that day. And she said, "Mr. Silver, I want to appreciate what you did." And she wrote this, "Thank you for protecting us." That was one of the most moving things that I had ever received from a 6-year-old. And she said, "I've had this for years, and I've kept it. I'm going to keep it." Little Yumi, I guess she ought to be your age now, maybe older. But she touched me She didn't say thank you for your, she said thank you for protecting us so innocently. This shadow box, I received this from a group of veterans. Veterans that wore orange uniforms. Lexington Prison. Spoke to them on this weekend. Men who made a mistake in life. Men who were proud to be sailors, soldiers, airmen, and Marines. Men who are still patriots. Men who still love this country. Men who said, I messed up. I'm paying my debt, but I still honor my country. They built a wall behind the cell, they built a wall. And on that wall, they have every veteran that ever died behind prison walls in Oklahoma. They built that themselves. They are flag retirers. They do the flag retirements. And I've never seen a flag retirement so reverent and done so well as those soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines back at Lexington. Though they made mistakes in life, they're still patriots. Though their freedom has been taken from them, they're still patriots. So if these men can be patriots, and women, some like Mabel Bassett, can be the patriots they are in this country, then the least we can do is mimic their patriotism. Be the same American that they are. Their freedom, paying their debt, has been taken from them. We have this freedom here. You all have this freedom that no one can take from you. You have this freedom to be the American that you want to be. You have this freedom to be the American that this country needs and calls you to be on a daily basis. You all may not know exactly what you want to do, but watch this. You have the freedom to be what you want. You have the freedom to go where you want. You have the freedom to call, to get any title you want, that your mind, your money, your experience, your opportunities can give you. It's up to you. But remember, those things were given to you by men and women who wore this uniform of the airman, the sailor, the Marine. They gave us those freedoms. And so they deserve to be said, to say, yeah, thank you. Not only thank you for your service, but thank you just for being the Marine, the airman, the sailor, the patriot that you are. America is a place of opportunities. And this post, that post in Lexington is the only American vet post in the United States behind bars. Men who have served their countries. I've met some Korean War veterans back there, Vietnam War veterans, Desert Shield and Storm veterans. None of them complained about where they were, but they all were accountable for what they did. But they all made sure that I knew that real Americans were veterans. These men, as well as Lil Union, appreciate what a veteran does. They appreciate what a veteran is. So I'm asking you this. Next time you look and you talk to a veteran, or you see a veteran, or you see one who may be a veteran, look at them in a different light. Don't look at them just as somebody who once wore the uniform. Because once you wear that uniform, you're always a veteran. Not just when you take it off, put it on, but when you take it off. You're still that person. You're still that person that loves America. You're still that person that wants to see you all do well. So whenever I see you all, I don't see your gender, I don't see your color, I don't see, all I see is an American. And because all I see is an American, I want the same things that I want for all Americans. For you to be the patriot that a veteran needs to see you be. And maybe perhaps some of you may be a veteran one day. And any veterans out there, I didn't ask. Any veterans? There you go. There's a veteran back there. He never told you that, did he? Most of them won't. Most of them won't share. But if you ask, they'll tell you. Because every veteran has a story. Every man, woman, boy, girl, old person, young person, they have a story. Whether they were in country or out country, whether they were Bosnia, whether they were in Vietnam, Korea, Thailand, doesn't matter. They all have a story that's worth listening to. Thank you for listening to me for these few minutes. I appreciate you. If there's any questions, always here to answer. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Enough to get somebody. Thank you, I really do. That's good. A little bit, just a little bit.
My name is Christian Marshall. I go to Seminole High School, and I'm in the automotive. And I want to thank y'all for coming and just pancakes and the birthday.
There will be. So give us you can go back to your classes, I'll make an announcement, and then you can come have pancakes, okay? Health careers, go ahead and get busy. Thank you, Mr. Freeman.